When I was a kid, I would always be the guy who would go home and write up plays that we could run out in the street and football, or I would take my baseball cards and make a batting order and try to second guess coaches when I was a kid. I was always trying to figure things out. Even when I was 16, 17 years old, I would coach little league kids instead of playing myself and finding joy in trying to help kids get better. So I just think it started early in my life having that kind of interest. And there was no high school club volleyball where I was growing up in Ohio at that time. So Ron Lehman was a former Ohio State volleyball player. He took me under his wing and taught me the game. And even as a teenager, I was learning about high-level volleyball. And he gave me an inroad so that I could be the starting setter at Ohio State University as a freshman. Well, I'm so proud that my two college coaches, Doug Beal and Terry Liskevich, are joining me here at my table today. That means a lot to me. They both had a huge influence on me as a coach and as a player. I was a freshman volleyball player for Doug Beal, and I was immature and cocky, and he worked me harder and pushed me harder in ways that I never thought were possible, and certainly helped with my initial growth as a human being and as a player. And Terry Liskevich, on our way to 3 Final Fours together, really was the one that inspired me to want to be a coach. Modeling some of his coaching behaviors and some of his coaching skills really got me interested. And Terry gave me my first ever collegiate job as an assistant coach. And then he brought me on as an assistant coach with the USA national team. And both Doug Beal and Terry Liskevich both helped me tremendously as a USA volleyball coach over many, many years. And so on a day like this, I get to say a special thank you to both of them for being the key elements in my early development, for sure. In a sense, I have had 2 lifetimes as a coach. I've had one lifetime, 20 years as a head Division I coach, unmarried. And then I've had 20 years as a Division II coach, married. And the reason I did move to Charlotte was to get married to my wife, Diane, who's been an incredible influence in my life. But I think the challenge of coaching is just helping people get where they want to go. So I could literally do that anywhere. When I think of creating an environment where players are happy and they enjoy playing for you, then they win and they want to go do it. They want to go do it with somebody else and create that same joyful environment that's successful. And granted, I'm a male coaching in a female sport. And I do feel an obligation to help these female athletes explore coaching as a career. One thing, again, I'm honored that many of those people that are currently coaching in college, and I have some of my current Wingate players that want to be coaches here at the banquet, and it is gratifying. I think it is a coaching skill to create an environment where players are happy and they enjoy playing for you. And I think that some coaches coach volleyball, and I think in some ways you have to create a way where you're coaching people to be happy. And if they're happy, they will want to play volleyball and they will win more games. And I think that's a key element to what I have tried to refine over the years, where before I used to try to just coach to win. And I think now I have an understanding that coaching people to be happy will actually result in more wins. And I also think that skillfully teaching players how to win is significantly different than coaching volleyball. And I think my players have always appreciated it, that I'm teaching them how to win and I'm not just coaching volleyball. I've spent my entire career around players that are way smarter than me, more exceptional personal qualities than I could ever dream of. I've been coaching players that are joyful, energetic, charismatic, have an amazing positive vibe. And quite frankly, all the time I don't. And being around people like that on a daily basis has truly made my life and my job enjoyable. And it's because of being around special kids that have qualities that inspire me every day and make me want to be a better coach and a better person every day.